Hi everyone, it's me again. It's so nice having some space to myself because I can just pick up the camera when I feel like it, and I suddenly felt like it. So welcome back, and for those of you who are new, my name is Raha and I have Sjogren's, and I have had very bad chronic fatigue, which is really good now, and yet I'm still going through balancing things and just trying to take one day at a time, really. So today I wanted to talk about my thinking about going back to work and what I have tried and how it's going. I love how I say it's a really hot day and I have tea, but look, I also have, I'm drinking so much water. The point of this video is to let you know what I've been doing to try to get work. Last year when I started Jeremy's protocol, it started on the 31st of July, like the 29th today or something. So it's been a year. And when I first started, and you know how I felt great after 5 days, and I was just really feeling healthy and good, and the fatigue had gone away and everything. And I thought, let me try to see if I could work and how I could do that. So what I did first was I joined a class that right next door to me, and they had all these different classes. And I thought, let me start by going to 2 classes, see if I can do that. If I can sit in a class and do that, that will be my first step, because also it could make me tired. You know, you're not used to it. I haven't worked for God knows how long. And I chose a photography class and a Japanese class because I used to study Japanese. And I went to the photography class. It was 2 hours long. And then the week after, we went into Covent Garden and took pictures in the evening. It was near Christmas. It was, yeah, because the Christmas lights and decorations were out. When I did that, that evening, I got a bit fatigued, and I was like, okay. And I was really disheartened. I thought, why? You know, I've been doing so great. And I decided, also the classes were at 10 o'clock in the morning, and even though they were right next door, I realized that I was still not well enough to get up with an alarm, get out of bed, and go and do whatever I'm supposed to do, because I realized, and it's still the same now, up to a point, that at that point, I realized that I needed to get up when, if I woke up and I felt I needed sleep, I needed to sleep. And there's a balance, because sometimes you sleep too much and then you feel even worse. But I kind of knew what my body needed. And so 10 o'clock in the morning did not work out. I kept saying to myself, I'll go the week after. Because if the classes were at midday, I would have been able to do it. Not sure about the going out taking pictures part at that time, but definitely going to the classes, I would have been able to do it if it was later, but it wasn't. So I quit that, and I thought, well, great, now I know that I can't work a 9 to 5, even if it's one day a week, because I needed my sleep, I needed my rest. If I didn't, which I tried, then I would feel the effects later in the day and the day after, and it wouldn't be good. I would not feel good, and I just didn't see why I should do that to myself yet. I thought, take this slowly. You're just getting better. It's kind of like when somebody is convalescing. The whole point was to take it slow with these classes, so it didn't work anyway. And then the other class, the Japanese, was actually on Zoom, and that would have been fine, but it was halfway through the school year, and she kept breaking up. I couldn't understand half of what she was saying because it kept breaking up. So, you know, she'd say a sentence and I'd only hear 2 words of it. And then also they were a lot ahead of me, and I said to her, I'll do it next year. But I don't think I will on Zoom because it wasn't working unless her reception gets better. I don't know. Anyway, I couldn't do that. So I left it. I decided to just concentrate on just being, keeping my protocol, just taking my time. And And then I moved to that place where I was allergic. And what you have to understand, as many of you, probably all of you know, is that this is a very important thing actually. With Sjogren's, and I am pretty sure it's with any chronic illness. With Sjogren's, all the symptoms we have, the fatigue, the pain, brain fog, everything. If we do something that makes us better, like, so for example, me with Jeremy's protocol. So say, for example, he has said to me, change your nutrition, add this, take away that, etc., etc. Then he gave me supplements, and I asked him about meditation, and so he gave me some meditation details, and the nutrition and the supplements and the meditation are fantastic. And it's not like, oh, I'll take supplements for a year. I mean, it will change, but like say I'll change my diet for a year or two, and then now that I'm fine, I'll go back to whatever I was eating before. No. I'll take on more responsibility. I won't have boundaries. I'll do things for people more than I'm mentally capable of and emotionally capable of, let alone physically capable of. And I feel like it's something that one has to get used to. I'm going off track a little bit, but bear with me. So, for example, if I have all my life been the kind of person who is a people pleaser and who helps everybody, puts myself last, does everything for everyone else, puts myself last, runs around doing so much physically, this is in the past, for everyone, where I am just absolutely shattered when I get back and don't have time for myself to even do what I need to be doing. If you have that for a lifetime, I'm 52 years old. If I've had this all my life, it's really hard to change it. And the only reason why it stopped was because I got chronic fatigue and I couldn't move, so I couldn't help anyone, and people got used to that. Now that I am better, I start doing a little bit, and a little bit happened this week actually, and I realize, oh gosh, I'm not feeling so good. I have to step back. So for example, I was supposed to see my mom yesterday, and I told her, I think the day before, because I could see that, okay, this is building up now. And I said, no, sorry, actually, I can't come tomorrow or today, the next day. Just need to rest, and I will come and see you the day after. The old me would have gone and done, and then would just be either crashing or exhausted or whatever. So things like that, you have to get used to. And there's no like one, I'd say, cure. Like, even if you are better, you have to be careful, and you have to keep practicing all the things that are good for you. So I'm not sure why I brought that up, but it's relative to everything. And so, for example, when I saw that I couldn't do the classes, I was like, okay, step back, just go for a nice walk that you can do every day. Do whatever you can do, but leave that for later. So anyway, then I moved to my place. This is the point. So then I moved to my place where I was allergic. And while I was there, I didn't realize that I was feeling bad, and I didn't realize what was affecting me, and I think it was black mold. So then I wasn't as good. So in that period, even though I was fine, I don't think I ever had fatigue, but I wasn't that fantastic self that I was at the beginning of the protocol, because, everything will affect us, because I have Sjogren's. I will always have Sjogren's unless there's some cure or something I don't know about right now. But at the moment, I have Sjogren's, and I have had Sjogren's, and it's something I'm living with, and I have no problem living with it anymore, because I am so much better. And for me, the fatigue was the worst thing, and I am happy that my fatigue is so much better. So then moved out of there, went to my friends. Still not a very good situation to be in for healing, so I still have that, a home to be able to heal properly as well, but I haven't got that yet. But still, in the meantime, I thought, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going out. At my friends, I kind of go to the library and stay there all day because otherwise I'd be stuck in the bedroom and I just can't tolerate that. And I thought, well, look, here I am going to the library every day. Why don't I try to get a job? If I can get up in the morning, because I was getting up earlier, now I do get up earlier actually, on most part. There will be maybe one day where I think I need to lie in, but on most part I will get up at about 7, between 7 and 8:30. And hi everyone. The phone got heated up. It got heated. I wasn't thinking. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I thought, yeah, why don't I try to get a job? And I thought, I will go back to where I used to work, which was in this estate agent. But I did sales and lettings, and but I started there as admin for a few, I don't know how long. So I thought, let me contact them and see if they need somebody just to help out half a day a week, a few hours, just one day a week though. And not to blow my own trumpet here, but I was very good at my job there. The year that in 2020, before I got sick, I think I got really sick in 2021. In 2020, the lettings agent left, so I took his job. I asked if I could do his job because I was doing property management and it was really stressful. And so I thought I'd do lettings. With it, like, was it a week? I'll be generous and say 2 weeks, but I actually let every single property we had. And my boss, there were two, they were partners, was telling the other one, look at her, she's like done. Let all the properties, we have no other properties left, and they were just very, very happy. And then sadly, one of the partners, the one that I worked very closely with, sadly passed away. And he dealt with the sales, so I took on the sales. And the partner, he was devastated by the other one's death, as we all were. But so he couldn't come into the office. He was quite part-time anyway. So I was running the whole office. There was nobody but me. I was doing lettings, sales. I sold, I think, about 5 or 6 properties in that period when when the pandemic happened, and like even through lockdown, I did deals, and stuff. So I was, yeah, very good at my job, and it was very soon. No wonder that I crashed and had the worst. Anyway, point is, I thought let me give him a call. That the partner, remaining partner, his son now runs it and probably owns it. Anyway, met up with him. He was so delighted. Said, yeah, sure, but could you do 2 days a week? And I knew I couldn't do 2 days a week. And I said, I'm really, really sorry. I can only do one. If you can have me for one. And I said, and I'm not sure because physically I think I can do it, but we'll have to see. And but mentally I am going to be a little bit slow because now it wasn't sale. Well, sales would have needed my brain, but lettings not so much. But this would have been admin work, which would have needed my brain more. And I kept saying, I'm not the Raha I used to be. I don't think people would really believe it until they see it. But anyway, this was a couple of months ago, and he still is adamant for me to do 2 days. I can't. I'm not going to do it. I want to start slow. So that was out of the question. Then I was going to do some marketing for somebody. I saw that they needed help with their marketing, and I used to be head of marketing many, many moons ago. I love marketing actually. So I said, hey, I can see that you could do this, that, the other. And they're like, so I just said, could I do some work? And they said, well, what are you going to give us? How's it going, what do you think you're going to bring to the table here? And I told them, and they're like, okay, let's give it a month trial or something. I sat down for the first day. I have videoed some of these things because I was going to put it on Patreon. If I find the video clips, I'll put them in between. But so I got all very excited. I dressed up, put a shirt on just to feel official. Can't work at home, so went to the library. My brain just was black. I had all these ideas before I could think of things, and then suddenly when it came to it, I I couldn't do a thing. My brain fog is so bad. And I was like, great. And I was so embarrassed. But luckily, this person was very, very understanding and knows all about chronic illness. And oh yeah, before I said no, I thought, let me give it a try. And again, so I think in the middle of the night or something, suddenly my brain was working. So there I am doing stuff, and I thought, well, I can't. I have a deadline. I'm supposed to be working certain hours a day, a week for about a month to bring results, and I can't just wait till my brain works for an hour or two. So I just had to accept that I couldn't do it. So that was that. So I don't think I can really do any work. Then my ex needed some typing up. All it was, this is last week, and he was probably going to be watching this, so hello. All it was is he's a musician, he's a composer, and he had like this pile of CDs that he wanted on an Excel for me to type up the name of the CD, the record company, the date it was done, like very simple. What do they call it? Like data entry, I guess. Oh boy. Because I know him, and it was in his apartment. I said, he's like, okay, do you want to be here at 8:30 or 9? I was like, no, I'll be there at 11 because I knew that I needed to wake up well, and said I'll be there at 11. Then I said I'm going to bring snacks, I'm going to have to eat, then I'm going to have lunch, then I'm going to have breaks in between. I mean, it's so hilarious because I didn't used to be like this, obviously. So I went there at 11, did some work. At first I was slow, then I got the hang of it. I mean, by the end I was like, yeah, next, that was good. But then I did all of them in that day, which before I thought I would only be able to do half. But I had to, he has aircon in his bedroom, and it was one of these hot days. So he put it on. So I would go there and sit there for 5 minutes, cool down, then come back. I mean, you can't do this kind of thing. And then he went and bought me lunch because I had to eat. And then I said to him, when I could tell I'm getting tired, I was like, yeah, I'm going to finish at 4. So it was 11 to 4 with lots of snacks, lots of breaks. And then I said, sorry, to look it over, I'll have to come back and do that. I can't do that in one day. And I haven't been able to go back at the moment. I'm trying to actually. I've called him a couple of times. So, where are you? What are you doing? Call me back. Yeah, call me back. But then we just looked at one thing quickly, and I had misspelled something, which is there in front of you on the CD, and I had misspelled it. Oh, and halfway through, this is it, halfway through, my hand went numb, my arm went numb, and I couldn't type anymore. And I said, oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't type anymore, that's that. And I sat there for a while, and then it got better, and I did. But it was, I don't know if I've told you before that I can't write for longer than a few minutes. And I didn't realize that it was the same for typing. I guess I hadn't typed that much. But I have, so I don't really know. And maybe it was at the time of my neck, but my neck was better. I don't know. So my hand went numb. It's a bit numb now. So I'm going to talk about my hand in a minute because it's gone numb now. But does everybody else's hand get numb? Please let me know. I'm curious. Can you guys write okay and use your hand properly? And I'm left-handed, so it's really annoying that it's on my left hand. Yeah, so I'm still kind of figuring it out. I mean, obviously, I'm a photographer, obviously, and I used to be a photographer many years ago for a short period of time, but I chose an office job instead after. And I only have come back to photography because I know that I can do it in my own time, and I don't have to answer to anyone, and I can choose my days, my hours, everything. But I'm not making any money out of it. Nobody is paying me. I think I need to be marketing myself morning and night, every day of the week, and I don't. I do it for a few hours, and then I don't for a week, and sometimes I get focused for a few weeks and do it. But I just don't. And I have free photo shoots. So I have one I'm going to an event, my friend's event next week, and I'm taking pictures of somebody else the week after, and then somebody else the week after that, and already I'm thinking, oh my God, I know I'm going to be really tired by all this. I don't get fatigue, but I have a limit of how much I can do. So I know I can't work. When I was really, really sick and I was in bed and I couldn't move, I really missed that feeling of working. It was really funny because I never really liked working that much. I did enjoy working at the estate agent though, and many years ago I enjoyed working as a bartender at the Marriott Hotel. That was really fun. But in general, I never really liked work, but I was really, really missing it. And now it's not that I miss it at all. I'm very happy to be and just heal, but it's more that I need money. So that's the thing. So I don't know. But anyway, it's not kind of, I'm just sharing with you because maybe you're in the same boat. And I just thought I'd share it. It's just part of my journey. I've been meaning to talk about this for a long time, and that's it. I'm going to leave it there. If you have stayed this long, really thank you so much. It means so much that you watch my videos. I hope that some of what I say is a comfort to you guys as well, and I really do, and I hope that you enjoy the videos, because days like today, sometimes, because I started this really mainly to make sure that other people weren't alone, but days like today, talking about me not being able to work yet, it feels good to have people that I can share that with, that can understand, and it feels like you're there for me. So thank you so much for watching and being here, and I'm just sending you lots of love, and I will leave it there. Okay, bye for now.